Hey guys, what's up? Thank you all for joining me. This is the Pro Mentality podcast hosted by me, Lauren Sesselmann, and I am so excited because today I have my good friend Mo Ali. Let's say the list. You are a footballer, a trainer, an entrepreneur. I mean, just an all-around badass. You're pretty amazing. And the question I have for you right now is, where in the world is Mo Ali right now? Where are you?
So right now, we're in Boston.
Tell me to approach TikTok. Like, how do I go about it? How do I choose like the trends? I don't even know how to do this. So give me a little.
I think the best way to learn is just to open the app up, spend 2-3 hours just scrolling through the app and just see what people are doing, what trends. Try and study the behavior of people, what they're doing, like research how they're engaging with posts, what posts are doing good. What songs are trending. Like if you use a trending song, the video might do well or better. Okay. Hashtags like hashtag FYP for you page. Just little TikTok stuff.
That's something I had no idea. So that's a good one to mark down.
Yeah. So I think if we scroll through, like try and study it every day, see how people are using it, you're going to learn a lot. Even I'm learning every day new trends.
I'm coming for your TikTok crown. So I'm going to work on this. The next time I see you, you're going to be like, oh, Sess, wow. So then
I think TikTok, you have a good personality.
Thanks. And
you have the energy. I think you do a killing on TikTok.
And I mean, you've seen my dance moves. So like, you know.
I think you were built for TikTok.
I think I was too. Okay, you know what? After this, I'm going and I'm working on it. So you have a training app. It's the Mo Ali training app. Which is amazing, by the way. And you have everything on there. You have workouts, all types of workouts, ball work. You have fitness. You have nutrition on there. So are you working with a team of people that helps you with the nutrition side of things? Or how did this all come about?
Yeah, so actually a company in New York reached out to me called Playbook. So they wanted to help me create my app. So during quarantine, we had a lot of time and we sat down, put it all together, did some in-home training drills. And I think in 2-3 months, we launched it. And it's been, so we've just trying to teach the younger kids, like, doesn't matter where you're in the world, just different workouts you can do at home. And then some programs we teamed up with different players, to get their insights and what they're doing in the off season.
Because I think it's pretty phenomenal. You've amassed millions and millions of followers from around the world on all of these social media platforms, you know, and how did you grow this? Like, did you start off playing, like obviously soccer's been in your blood for since you were young. Take me through a little bit of that, like your career and how you got to this point.
Yeah, I think it just takes time, you know, like we started off from nothing too. Like just like anyone else who wants to start today.
I think I did a session with you when you were just kind of starting off, and that's why I'm always telling you I'm so proud of how much you've grown in the last couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. I think you were one of the first people we did a session with when we came to LA. So
that means I'm your favorite, right?
For sure.
Your favorite one to train with? Okay, cool. Nancy was like, shout out to Nancy. Nancy was like, you have to ask him who his favorite person to train with in LA. I'm like, he's going to say me, duh. But we'll give you a shout out, Nance.
Good. Sounds good. But yeah, it just takes time, you know. I was playing in Europe at the time, in Slovakia. I got injured there, came back to Boston and started training to go back to Europe. And then when I was here, I had a lot of off time. So we just started messing around, shooting like different videos, free kicks, skills, like most players do. And I had the idea because at the time there wasn't too much like pro player insights and you didn't see that much like training. I think the culture changed a lot now. You see a lot of trainers working with players and traveling. And so I think it's cool to see how that all changed. But at the time, really nothing. So I just started out with like MLS players. I think first MLS guy was Kai Kamara at the time. Yeah, my goal was to play first. I didn't want to do like the YouTube social media stuff. I wanted to be like the player that did all this on the side too. I thought that'd be cool. But then it grew a lot bigger, and I was enjoying it, the traveling. There's a lot of freedom, you know, when you're playing, you're strict. You got to win, diet, always travel with the team. You get like 1 or 2 off days a month. So I think when I got injured, it opened up my eyes to a lot of different opportunities. And I just enjoyed it. I kept going. And my vision was to just travel and work with players around the world.
Ever like, I want to go back to playing, or are you kind of just set and happy with what you've grown?
I had an offer this summer actually to maybe sign CPL, the new league.
Yes. Shout out to my Canadians.
Yeah. But it's a time commitment, you know.
It is. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, maybe in the future I'll start training again. Because for us growing up, there was no leagues. You couldn't jump. It was either you made Toronto FC or there was no other option, you know. You had to go to Europe or somewhere else. I think a lot of young kids now, they have a lot of opportunity to join that league. And hopefully,
piece of advice that you would give to these kids that are trying to grow their following. I know.
Always try and be creative and different from what you see. I think take ideas and put your own twist on it. And just be consistent, you know. If you post 10 videos, you're not growing, don't get down on yourself. All it takes is like one break for someday you just might be lucky, you know, it just catches on and you start growing from there. It's just patience and hard work. I think with anything, if you're trying to play pro sports, grow your social media.
Like that. So what advice are you giving to the players that want to go on to play pro?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of it is based on fitness too, because I think that's a huge aspect of it. Like if you can do all the tricks, but if you're not fit, you're not going to get anywhere. And always like research, study players. I think I tell a lot of players like to watch game tapes of players in their position. Just see the runs they're making, like where they check in, check out, how many times they're checking their shoulders. Just small details like that they can learn just from watching.
So we had a bunch of questions from some fans. Out of all the pros that you've trained with, do you have a favorite? Or, I mean, it's kind of hard to say who's your favorite, but is there one person that's been your favorite or a group of...
Apart from you, obviously. One of the good players we worked with was Hakimi. He was on loan from Real Madrid. Played at Dortmund. I think he's at Inter now. But he was just like such a basic player, but he did everything perfect, you know? Like he's a two-touch and sprint player, like almost zero skills, but can perform at the highest level, Champions League.
So do you have a favorite female?
Yeah. There was a really good player in Lyon, Eugénie Le Sommer. She was on French national. Super technical. So you enjoy those sessions, you know, when they have a lot of quality. You can bump it up, the intensity, and they can hang along.
Unless you're having a session with Lauren, who is not the most technical, but she will beat people up and she can head the ball, right? If you had to choose a female player or a male player that you'd love to train with, who would be your go-to, if you could, on your bucket list?
Bucket list? For men's, obviously Ronaldo or Messi. That's the goal. I think every session there's always like a lot of bloopers. Just because we're doing new things too for the players. Like even though these players are some of the best in the world, it's still something new for them when we do something technical. Because in training, they're doing mostly team stuff like possession drills, not really individual. So after a long time, they get to do this fun stuff. They got to refresh their skills, and sometimes they trip if they dribble. Or
how do you go into planning a session?
Normally, the day before a session, we plan depending on who the player is and their position. We try and plan different drills that I think we can achieve in 1 or 2 hours. Biggest viral video, I think it was actually with a goalkeeper in Thailand.
What do you think made it go viral?
I think it was something new at the time. We did a beach goalkeeper session and he was diving into the water.
You have been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. So where can people follow you on social media?
Social media, just Moali FC, whatever you have.